I'm going to be tying a deer hair emerger. This is a well-known pattern by Bob Wyatt. Excellent wee fly. It's one of my best dry flies. Pretty simple to tie. This is, if anybody's interested in Bob Wyatt's writing, trout hunting. This book's a bit tatty now. It's seen better days, but I've read it a few times. All the patterns for Bob's tying are in here. Quite a sought after book now, but if you can get a copy of it, it's well worth it. It's excellent writing. The hook I'm using today is a hope you can see that, B100, size 16. It's quite important. This is a light wire hook. Do them in 14s as well. Any smaller than that, and the deer hair becomes quite difficult to tie in. And we'll just get going. The thread I'm using, it's a brown 8/0. This is Vivus, but any 8/0 thread. It's not really that important. It's quite a scruffy looking fly, so okay. So we'll catch it on, and we're going to keep the tag end for this. We're going to run that all the way down. This is a variant, so the original used just pretty much deer hair, and deer hair for the wing, which I'm going to use, and they used hare's ear. So I'm not going to be using that, but we'll show you that in a minute. So we've left that tag in there. I'll just keep that for later on. The wing, for the wing I use, this was a tip I was given a few years ago by Alan Liddell, actually, a well-known Scottish angler. I had been struggling with just a wee bit too bulky with the tying, so I was using just normal deer hair, and he recommended to use comparadun. So that's it there, comparadun here. This is hairline stuff, which is quite, I'm trying to see if you can see it, it's much finer. As you can see, that patch is well used. It ties in much nicer in sizes, kind of 14, 16. You can use the normal deer hair in the bigger sizes, but if you can get that comparadun hair, it's well worth trying to get it. Vineyards do a similar one. I think it's called Short and Fine, something like that, but well worth it. Good tip. Okay, so we're going to take just a wee pinch of that. See if we can see, just about that, looks fine. We'll just snip that off. Now, the tips, sometimes you can get them to line up. Oh, see if I can, sorry, that's terrible. The people stack them. You can stack them if you want. I don't think it makes any difference really to the fish. So the amount, it's kind of, the way I was taught was, if you think you've got the right amount, take a wee bit off. You want it to be quite sparse. So we'll go with that. That looks okay. We'll get rid of these wee ones at the bottom. And then I'm just transferring that into my other hand. As you'll see here, these, it's kind of easy to, if you just get rid of all that fluff at the bottom. And then we'll just turn it around. Okay, length of the wing, you're looking probably about the same length as the body, that kind of length there. And what we'll do is we'll just catch it over one loose turn, and then another one, and then pull it tight, and that will keep it. It doesn't matter too much if it doesn't all stay on top, because as you'll see later on, you can fix it later on. So these are nice tight turns to keep that done, and then you're still holding on to this. Important. Then you come in here with nice sharp scissors and cut away that waste. So then what we'll do is we'll just tidy this up. There we go, and we'll take, sorry, my bobbin's squeaking on the on the bobbin holder here, but I do apologise for that. So we'll take that right down. Now notice I've went right down past the bend. That's important for the way it sits in the water. Now the dubbing I'm using, this, believe it or not, is from my cat. The original use is just a hares ear, any hares ear dubbing. Everybody's got hares ear dubbing. I actually quite like, you get from a guy called Lucian who's got Troutline. He does an excellent squirrel dubbing, which I'm using in the thorax here, but for the body, if you just use normal hares ear, just don't overdub it, just nice and sparse with it. But mine is actually the underfur from my cat. You'll see it, that's it there. I just, what I'll do is I'll put a wee picture of the cat on so that you can see what colour he is. I think he's a tabby, but what you do is when you're brushing him out, it's just the stuff that's left on the brush. And it actually makes a really nice dubbing. And of all the different ways I've tied this fly, this is the one that's been the most successful. So I'm going to put a wee bit of wax in the thread. It's just cobbler's wax. So we'll take a wee pinch of dubbing, nice and sparse with this. We don't need to overdo it. Just dub that on. Just create a wee nice and thin. As you can see, this stuff dubs on easy. I've got some line here, I think, somewhere. Another good option, you can do the bodies in all different colours. You can do them in a nice light olive. It's good if there's olive hatches. The Adams grey turns out nice. Hairline, do that as well. And you can do it with quill bodies as well. Quill bodies looks really nice. Yeah, the world's your oyster. You can go nuts. So dub that on nice and thin. Let's say if you think you've got enough on, half it again. That's you. So the first turn down the bottom there, and then we're just trying to create a nice wee thin, scruffy looking body here. And then that's as we're coming up to the bump. So that'll be a wee bit more. And then that should do you there. Just take rid of what we don't need. Do that. And then your rib, your tag end for your tag end from your thread, take that back up. That just protects the body. You don't need to do that. That's a lot of the time I don't bother with that. I've seen a way of doing it where they leave the thread on the bobbin down here, dub it down that way, and then just run the thread back up. That's quite a clever way of doing it, but it's up to you. Let's say it's not really that important. So we're just taking that up with nice open turns, just protects the body a wee bit. This I would say is more important if you're doing it with kind of more fragile bodies. So catch it in there. And we'll come in and take that away. There we go. Now, that's the body done. Nice and simple. What we're going to do with this is we're going to lift this up. Don't be shy with this. Be quite forceful, so you want to force that wing into position. So if you give it a nice pinch and pull it, and then have a nice tight turn under here, that'll make it sit. You go a few nice turns, and you can see it sitting up there, almost the way we want it. So, next up, this is a natural squirrel I'm using from Lucian, but any kind of the spiky guard hairs is what you want for the thorax for your. Yeah, I don't bother waxing the thread at this bit because it's not. Excuse me about that bobbin. It's not. It's actually quite advantageous if it's loosely dubbed because it gives you that nice effect. So don't worry too much about this. The way Alan Liddell ties his, he's the same. He doesn't stack them. He doesn't. They're not too neat, but they really do catch fish. I'm just gonna tip that up that way. Just makes it a bit easier so the threads no get the possibility of slipping over. So I'm gonna hold this wing over here, give it a nice tight turn again in there, but this time with the dubbing on. And then this is it's like a judgment call. I would say that it's probably enough. What was that, 5 tons maybe? Now we're finished there. I'm just going to brush that forward again and have 2 or 3 turns in there just to form the head. Now you can do this with, I've used brown thread, but you can do it with any colour of thread, black or whatever you've got really. A wee bit on that thread there, sorry. Okay, and I'm going to do the old Davy McPhail trick and just run a little bit of varnish on the thread, not too much. And then we're going to go straight in, if I can find my whip finish tool. We're going to go straight in and whip finish. You'll fill a box up with these really quickly. They're a great fish catcher, they really are. Sometimes for the kind of Scottish browns here, you can, even if there's no fish rising, you can bring them up with this fly. So just turn that around, take that thread away. Now you're not finished here, just one really important thing to do. So don't worry if it's too scruffy, we're actually going to scruff it up a bit. So if there's any bits you're not happy with, I come in with tweezers and I'll just take them away. Just like that, just take away the ones you're not happy with. That's it. A couple of bits here I'm not happy with. And here, and then this, it's just a lollipop stick with some Velcro attached. What we're going to do is we're going to brush that spiky thorax up into the wing. This is why it really is just a scruffy fish catching pattern. Any wee bits you're not happy with, just fix them. Now that is my variation on Bob Wyatt's Deer hair emerger. It really is an excellent fish catcher. I would definitely give it a try. Hope you all enjoyed that. I don't know whether this is my first ever tie-in video. We'll see how it goes. I might end up doing some more, I might not. But thanks very much for watching.